Now watch this.
You are like the most powerful man in the world, and if you say that word, enemy, literally tens of thousands of people go into a stadium to listen to you, and then people go on social media and they get themselves so jazzed up. There's got to be a party that's like, damn it, I'm scared that someone is going to take it
Jim,
too
it's
far.
my only form of fighting back. I couldn't be here if I did that.
You won. You have the presidency.
No, but I did this before I won.
Well, here to weigh in on this is GOP strategist Kimberly Klacik and former economic advisor to President Obama and Hillary Clinton surrogate Robert Wolf. Thank you both for being with us.
Thank you, Ainsley.
You're welcome.
Kim,
Robert,
hi.
I'll start with you. Robert, do you think that is irresponsible, or do you understand why the president is saying that? He has to defend himself.
Yeah, I think when he's acting like candidate Trump and not President Trump, it's great when he goes to these 20 rallies and there's 20,000 people, but do the math, that's 400,000 people. He's a president of 350 million. So I think at least half, if not more, don't like him calling U.S. citizens the enemy of the people who our military are fighting against, or the terrorists that we saw this past weekend, the pipe bomber, or obviously the shooter in Pittsburgh. So I don't view the media as our enemy. They're not perfect, but they're not our enemy.
Kim, what do you think?
I think Robert is proving a great point there. When you talk about serial bombers, when you talk about mass shootings or anything negative in the country, the left-wing media puts that spin on it and they use President Trump's name. When you talk about a booming economy, when you talk about wages increasing or women going into leadership roles in corporations, then somehow people bring up President Obama. So this is what's been happening for a very long time. President Trump is right. He speaks the language of the general population. There's a reason why his rallies are packed and there's lines around the buildings. There's a reason. People actually like what he says and they believe him in what he says. It's not a game. It's not a charade. It's President Trump. It's transparency.
And Robert, you, as a reporter and someone who's interviewed the president, when you sit down with him, you can ask him any question and he doesn't. He's gonna shoot straight with you. He's gonna be very forthright. And he was honest with that reporter just by saying, I have no other way to defend myself. What else is he supposed to do if he doesn't use Twitter in order to negate some of the stories that other networks are reporting that he doesn't agree with?
Yeah, I think we're talking two different things. I'm not questioning whether the president should defend himself and put what he deems to be the right facts on Twitter, although I'll challenge whether they're the right facts or not. I think we're talking about is that rhetoric he's using, and the far left or far right, is that best for the country? Are these chants at the rallies what we want? The answer is no. It is not bringing our country together. It's separating us. I'm not on the fringe left, and I'm certainly not on the fringe right, but we're losing the center. And I think this nationalistic type of rhetoric is not positive. I had breakfast recently with Steve Bannon, and he said that this is a referendum on Trump, and he is not surprised that the president is talking about this illegal immigration and caravan and birthright citizenship. And the truth is, Republicans should be talking about the economy, and they're not.
All right, Kim, I want to talk to you about that, because remember when James Carville, he coined the phrase, the economy stupid or economy stupid, and it's turned into it's the economy stupid. When you look at the numbers and you look at the paychecks, we just did a story. Was it Amazon that Brian just read the story where they're paying their workers now $15 an hour today? And I'm being told, yes, it is Amazon. When you hear stories like that and you see the economy and you look at your 401k, the average since he's been president, everything looks better. So how is it, what are Democrats missing?
Well, Democrats are missing a lot, but we don't have that kind of time to go into it. But in a way, if you look at it, the Labor Department already said we have the largest increase in I would say, probably 8 years. Since 2008, you saw, since 2008, you didn't see this kind of increase. Okay. September 2017 to September 2018, we see 2.9% increase in wages. And people remember that. When you go to vote, you think about the money in your pocket. You think about the economy. I don't think we really even have to talk about it. I mean, action speaks louder than words. If you're going home and your paycheck is larger, that's what you have.
So, Robert, what's your response to that? Why don't Democrats take a step back? And yeah, they might not agree with the rhetoric and the tweets, but if you just look at your pocketbook and our economy and our country, why aren't more Democrats supporting him?
Well, a few things. One, I think everyone should be a pro-growth Democrat or pro-growth Republican, and the economy doing well is a good thing. The Democrats right now are looking to win the House, and they're focusing on local elections, and they're focusing on health care, protecting women's rights, protecting pre-existing conditions. With respect to the economy, we should just say the facts. For the last 20 months of President Obama, we averaged 211,000 jobs. And for the first 20 months of President Trump, we averaged 188,000 jobs. Those are both good, but 211 is greater than 188. So we've had 40 great months. Those are all positive things. I'm not saying we should run away from the economy. We should talk about the vibrant economy. But that being said, you have the president talking about caravan and birthright and immigration. You have the Democrats talking about health care and protecting women's rights.
Yeah.
And right now, we used to talk about foreign policy and we used to talk about the economy, and neither side is talking really about that.
Robert, thank you. Kim, thank you. Great to see you both. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Texas Democrat Beto O'Rourke